Thank you very much. My name is Mahmoud Abu Rahme. I'm speaking with you from the center of Gaza City, where my office at Mazan Centre for Human Rights is located. I speak with you today with a heart full of sadness. We had never that we would live a day like this. We go to 8 areas around the Gaza Strip where the fighting stopped. And we see an area that is as if hit by the harshest earthquake ever. This is the worst destruction in the history of the Gaza Strip. We've been working hard to count and recover bodies that have been decomposing under the rubble of houses. We have been working very hard to count injured people who've been left to bleed for days and days. What's been happening is criminal. I am a human rights worker, not a politician. And I say, like the Israeli army, snipers killed innocent people, including human rights defenders and children yesterday in the West Bank. They have been shelling the Gaza Strip for 18 days, killing children. We're counting victims. It's very close to 1,000 people killed in the past 18 days. And it's horrible to count 210 children and 114 women among the dead. This is a result of the flagrant violation of the rules of international law, which is not respected one bit by the Israeli army. We condemn these violations. We call on people all over the world, we call on governments all over the world to condemn these violations of international law and of human rights that have devastated the poor population of the Gaza Strip. We are very outraged by the United Nations. We are very outraged by the European states, which have not spoken against the aggression and did not speak anything against the violations of international law that have been leaving people, innocent people in their houses, people in hospitals, people in ambulances being killed as they are watching us here. We call on you to pressure your governments and to give them the word here from Gaza that this violence will never end without justice. The siege of Gaza must stop now, not tomorrow. It has been killing us. The violations of international law must not go unaccounted and unpunished. Otherwise, we will let this criminal reality once and once more. I thank you all for your gathering today in solidarity with the victims of human rights and international law violations. And we salute you. Thank you very much.
We were all over there last year, and what we found there was 2 things. The first was, what strikes you about Gaza when you get there is that it's an ordinary place. I think because all we see are bombs and burned out buildings, we think of it as being permanently like that. What we forget is that life goes on there. Kids have to go to school, doctors have to perform operations, all the kind of things that we do in our daily lives, going shopping, any of those kind of things, they happen in Gaza, but with a difference. Because the difference is that they are not allowed to trade freely, they're not allowed even to grow anything. Unemployment is absolutely through the roof for the simple reason they cannot even grow crops. The fisherman cannot fish more than 3 miles outside of the zone, and even at that they risk being shot at. The beach that you saw, that could be a lovely place for holiday makers even, and yet no, there's no trade there because of what's happening. So you're talking about killing a nation, and that's what this occupation is doing. It is killing a whole nation, and we stand idly by in this part of the world, and it's shame on us. I spoke to medics there, I spoke to ambulance drivers there, and just to recount a story one of the ambulance men told me, one of the paramedics. During Cast Lead, they were not allowed to pick up the injured and the dead. They were made wait until they were given permission by the Israelis. If they didn't get permission, the Israelis would shoot at their ambulances. And this, a so-called democracy. How dare they call themselves a democracy? How dare the US of A support this so-called democracy? Over the past few days, I've heard of one of the colleagues that we met, Yosef, who we met in Gaza. He has lost members of his family, of his extended family. His house is destroyed. One of the artists that had sent stuff to an exhibition that we were running here, his house has been destroyed. The little children we saw over there who played football and whatever, we don't know the outcome of some of them. We don't know what's happened to them. What we are trying to do as a civil society group is to link up with children in Gaza, football, and to bring people from Gaza if we can. We had intended to bring over some children over here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make people understand here what's happening in Gaza and to put a human face to what's happening. So what we want for the Irish people to do, obviously, is get using social media, get using it, get to TDs, to your MEPs, whatever, bombard them. Bombard the Department of Foreign Affairs, because I look at that picture of Charlie Flanagan and I say, shame on you. So, and obviously if you can give money to any of the medical aid people that are looking for money for Gaza at the moment, because they wait for months for equipment. They explained to us in the hospitals there that what happens often is with the power surges and whatever, equipment can just go busted. And you think about it, how do you perform an operation? How do you take a vital x-ray? Any of those kind of things if your equipment is not working. And then of course the Israelis won't let the equipment in. So they say, oh, you know, this could be used for other purposes. They stopped wheelchairs, electric wheelchairs, for God's sake. I mean, that's the kind of inhumanity we're dealing with here. So please, please keep it up and keep recruiting more people to join the cause. Thank you.
Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza!